Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mashri Cycling Ali, level 1 student at Rehan School Online Academy, and today I will be doing my first call Maya. So let's start. Hi Maya.
Hey,
Hey. So
hey there.
is my first question is what is the origin of the phrase hurry up and why did it become so common?
Let me look into that. Okay, so the word hurry itself actually shows up
Hurry
way
up.
back in Shakespeare's time around the
Hurry up.
1590s. The phrase hurry up, though, meaning make haste, didn't really catch on until about 1890. There's also this interesting thing about hurry up and wait that started in the US military during World War II. Like, you're told to rush, then told to sit around doing nothing for hours.
Why did it become so common?
It probably became common because it's just a super direct and effective way to tell someone to move faster. And it's pretty easy to remember. I'd guess that military usage probably helped spread it too.
Okay, does
Do
telling
you want to
people
move?
to hurry up make them faster or just cause them more mistakes?
That's actually a really interesting question. There's some research that says pressuring people, like telling them to hurry, doesn't really help speed things up, but instead it can make them mess up more. Like you focus on speeding up rather than doing things accurately. It's like that feeling you get when you're rushing and suddenly can't remember something that felt easy before.
What are better ways to ask people for urgency without being rude?
Good question. There's stuff like let's aim to have this done by instead of telling someone do this now, or could you prioritize instead of hurry up. Basically framing it as something we need to reach together rather than just demanding speed. Focusing on the reason why it's urgent can help too, so they understand the bigger picture instead of just feeling rushed. What do you think about that approach?
Yeah. How My next question is how has technology changed the way people perceive time and speed?
Let me see.
Hello?
Just checking on that now. So, technology has really sped up how we feel time passing. Constant connection, all that instant information makes our days feel more packed. Plus, our brains have gotten better at processing everything quickly, which actually messes with our perception. Like if we're on social media scrolling through stuff forever, time kind of disappears.
And why do people feel anxious when they aren't rushing?
That's really interesting. Like that feeling of being restless when you have downtime. A lot of it comes down to how our brains have adjusted to this constant stimulation. Our nervous systems get wired for a certain pace. And when it slows down, we can get that anxious feeling of something being off or that you should be doing something. It's like needing to keep filling that stimulation gap to feel normal, almost like a habit your brain builds.
What is the impact on
What I just,
people who live
well,
in a
people feel,
constant hurry up mindset?
honestly, there's a lot. It can lead to burnout, chronic stress, and like actually affect sleep. Some research suggests there can be effects on attention too, because your brain gets used to switching between stuff and staying in hyper focus mode. And you end up missing smaller things, losing out on really being present in moments because your system is always waiting for the next stimulus or rush, like constant anxiety waiting to happen.
All right, my last question is, how can people balance being quick and with staying calm and focused?
Oh, it's a good one to end on. A couple things actually. Scheduling downtime is huge. Seriously, setting real breaks where you're not checking anything is harder than it sounds, but essential. Also, practicing mindfulness or meditation can help you dial down the internal rush, even just for a few minutes. And I know it sounds simple, but deliberately slowing down one thing you're doing per day, even something mundane like eating or walking, can build up that balance gradually. It's basically retraining your nervous system to be okay with stillness.
All right, Maya, that was my last question. Bye.
Awesome. That was a solid set of questions. Good stuff.